Welcome back to the Make Money Making Videos podcast. What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Make Money Making Videos podcast, episode number 15. I'm doing it with FR3SCO. Introduce yourself to the people, my friend.
What's going on, people? I'm FR3SCO, your neighborhood producer, your neighborhood artist, video maker, mostly everything. Holla at me.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. So obviously you do a bunch of stuff, right? But I say we started off with what my core audience is, and then we'll kind of work into everything else. So how'd you get into video production to start things off? I know you've done music videos, you've done graphic design, all sort of stuff. But how'd you actually start in the video production?
Well, I actually started by making my own stuff. When it's so hard to start up nowadays, or in my era coming up in time, it was so hard to get a shot. So you got to make your own way. I'm pretty sure you know about that.
Definitely.
You got to make your own way. You got to find your own tools. Nobody's going to give you a handout. But at the same time, they say it takes money to make money. So the real idea is how do I overcome having money when I can't get money, when it takes money to make money? You understand?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you have to get something. But the best way to do, man, I always say, is you start with whatever you got. So if you got, nothing, you start with nothing. If you know somebody who's got some resources, you recruit them into what you're doing, man. Seriously, I've told this story so many times on my YouTube channel, but I was shooting videos way before I ever had a camera. You know what I mean? I would get people involved, man. Seriously, even my mom had a shitty little picture camera. I would use that, be making skits with my friends. I'd be just getting people involved. If I didn't have, I couldn't, recruit any legit actors or anything. I just call up my friends, come play your part, get involved, whatever the case may be. You make it happen with what you got, for real.
Right. And that's crazy. Nowadays, it's hard to get money because jobs are crazy over in the States. I don't know how it is over there, but it's jobs are crazy over. If you got a job, people is kind of dedicated to their job. You don't find too many people following their passion, so it's hard. That passion dies out. I'm gonna show you. These are some of the cameras I started off with. Polaroid.
Yeah, I see it.
Look at this.
Ancient relic.
Crazy.
Yeah, I see myself in the reflection and shit. That's hilarious, man.
Here you go.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Another one. That's crazy vintage cameras that I started on, and I just keep them because I feel like I got one of these.
Nice.
And I got the little GoPro action cam too as well.
Yeah, I see you. So what year did you start with that? Because those are some ancient relics right there. I see you pulling them out.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. My way of going about things is kind of unorthodox.
Yeah, totally.
I would say, I would go into the thrift store. I would go into the pawn shop.
Yeah.
I would see what I see the best value for my price.
Totally.
And I'll grab that. I'll make it work. But see, at the same time, you got to study it. You got to study on what you do, because you apply those skills. Like, for instance, you can be an okay video, a videographer. You can be okay with it. But at the same time, what makes it better is your effects, knowing the shots, that's better than your equipment. If you got okay equipment, at least if you can put yourself in the right angle, you can create a great shot, and then apply effects on top of that. But not too many people know that. Everybody will get the high end price equipment,
but they don't know how to
work it.
Yeah, they don't know how to use it, man. Seriously, dude, that's so bro. Like, I've made literally loads and loads of thousands, tens of thousands of of pounds at this point, making videos for people and companies and music videos and clubs, etc. And I've got, by some standards, what you consider amateur equipment still. There's people with much better equipment than me, man. Seriously, and they don't know how to use it, so they're not going to put it to the they're not going to be able to turn out the best product, man. Whereas if you just understand a little bit of editing, you understand editing techniques, you understand how to shoot relatively decent footage, and then you're pretty good in post as well. You could build something great with potentially average equipment. At the end of the day, my camera doesn't even cost £1,000. I think it cost me £700 or something. If you bought my camera today, it'd be like £600 in terms of like how much you can actually spend on cameras. That's like a cheap camera. You know what I mean? Well, there's different levels to it. Obviously, the stuff that you whipped out, that's like a ultra cheap camera. But the stuff that I'm rocking, compared to maybe people who are on a similar level to me, it's cheap equipment that I'm dealing with. But it's not about the equipment. It's not about the price. It's about what you're able to do with it at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So music videos, that was pretty much the main thing you started with, right? Is that what you got the camera equipment to start shooting?
Yeah, I wanted to shoot myself. I wanted to see how I
Yep.
looked on camera, and I pretty much got the camera and experimented. And from that, I led to knowing how to apply the images or the videos on a program and cutting them up.
Yep.
Just a learning curve of my own.
Uh-huh.
Just reaching out and getting the resources on my own. Where I'm from Florida. Hey
Yep.
man, shout out to that Florida spirit.
You know that.
But
you know that.
I'm from Florida, and one thing about Florida is not too many people friendly like that down there. So it's hard to say, hey man, show me how to do this.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't got time for that.
Uh-huh.
We doing our own thing, man. That's the home of the hustlers.
Yeah,
You feel
of
me?
course.
So
hey, I know that, man. Hey, of course.
Absolutely. So I had to seek the knowledge for myself, and I learned how to do that on my own. I saved up money. I got me a computer.
Yep.
That's back then when we had the tower computers, the desktop.
Yep.
I learned how to cut my stuff up, and I was, developing at that point.
Yep.
Gradually I get other equipment, but I feel like why get so much expensive equipment? We don't have to.
Yeah.
If you know how to apply the skills to it. Like my GoPro is pretty cool. I can record in 4K.
Yep.
I can record in 1080p. I'm good.
Yep.
For like what I do, vlogging and, just medium stuff.
Yeah.
Guaranteed if I get a big name ticket, that I'm finna go and shoot for, then I'm finna upgrade my equipment.
Yeah.
I'm finna get something. But, for everyday stuff I do,
Yeah.
I don't need that type of stuff. And to the average people that your audience talk to, that's why this platform is so awesome, because it talks to the average person.
Yep.
And for the average person who don't have a whole bunch of money, they'll know how to operate and make better videos, and we can all be a better community and help each other.
Dude, 1,000%. I mean, like I've been saying this little tagline catchphrase for a while. It's like, learn how to make professional videos with amateur equipment and then upgrade, So instead of going straight to the crazy professional shit and figuring out how to use it, figure out how to make the most out of whatever the lower tier equipment that you can grab is. And then when you feel as though, you're really being held back with it, then upgrade, So you really started getting into the video production out of just kind of like a want to create stuff for yourself, right? That's exactly why I did it, man. Seriously, I've been making videos since I was 10 years old. I didn't start with even the idea that I was going to freelance for people in the future. It was all just make stuff for me, make stuff that I thought was cool, that my friends thought was cool, whatever the case may be. But did you start shooting videos for other artists as well?
I did. I did. It was a point in my life where my mom passed away and my dad passed away as well. So I really didn't have the support that a lot of people would have, in their lives. So for me, it was eat or not eat.
Yeah.
So
totally.
I applied everything I had and I ate. I survived. I'm here today. So obviously I survived.
Worked out.
But,
exactly. But you made it work.
So it was at a point where I was doing studio sessions, recording artists and their tracks, making beats, doing their videos, just so I could have a place to lay my head at. So I learned a lot of techniques on how to work with other people, but it was implied as a survival mechanism.
Crazy. So you were thrown into that. You didn't have any other choice but to make it work one way or another, right?
Absolutely.
So you say you were making beats for people, you were getting people in the studio, etc. How did you reach out to those people? Because that's a big thing for a lot of people. Someone was in my DM earlier today. He's like, "Hey, I saw you do these music videos, but how do you find the artists, right?" So how did you go about actually finding these people to collaborate with?
I got a philosophy. It's make a connection, man. Make a relationship with them. If you gotta follow them on Twitter, if you gotta follow them on Instagram. To holler at that person, be consistent. People will see a DM. If you're busy, you'll see a DM, but it's a level of importance that you're going to answer it. We got some going, we finna answer it right now. If I can holler at you later on, I'll holler at you later on. If you don't matter, it's going to blur out to me, But you got to be consistent with these people that you want to work with, man. And for me, I was in a point where I could reach out to them. I was on the streets, man, just at that point developing myself. But now it's to a point where I got a name for myself. People holler at me and they come and look out for me and ask me to do stuff. So that's a blessing as well. That's what happened over time. It's building those relationships. You can't look at this as I don't know what grocery store y'all got, like a name brand.
Oh man, we got Sainsbury's, we got Morrison's, Tesco. We had Publix down in Florida, man. Let's hit Publix.
Okay,
bro.
yeah, okay. But see, up here where I'm at, we ain't got Publix though.
No,
But we got, Walmart, right?
Of course, obviously.
When this video making game is not a Walmart, you don't get clients like a Walmart. You gotta build those relationships. I mean, those relationships, those little here and go relationships gonna come. Those easy transactions, I don't see you again. They're gonna come and go. Yep. But you want to aim for the relationships that's gonna sustain your income. I was looking at a podcast that you was doing, man.
Yep.
And you was talking to the people and you was telling them how you gotta have different streams of income.
Totally.
You got to have different streams of income, and that's what it's about, man. You build those relationships, and you sustain yourself. Now I'm at a point that I've put in so much good work.
It's coming back. The trickle-down effect. Yep. That's exactly what happens, man. Seriously. And that's why I tell people, man, don't even look at the price too much in the first place, right? If someone's offering you, something that you think you could get more for, if there's not 10 other people offering you more, take whatever's in front of you, man, because that relationship will lead to something else. But if you don't do it, there's no possible way it's going to lead to something else. Back in the day, man, like, I started a rap channel with my friends, TQ9 TV, right? And we did everything for free. It was an entire trade, right? So we'll pop up on you and shoot a free music video, but we upload it to our channel. So we built up this channel, like 2,000 likes on Facebook, 600 subscribers on YouTube, based on the simple fact of like this sort of trade. And that got our name out there extensively to the point where when I started freelancing properly a year later, a lot of those artists came back to me and I charged them for music videos based on the fact that I'd already built that relationship. And also they would then, they'd have a friend who's an artist and they'd do a feature or something. And then I'd travel over to the town over, right? And I shoot a music video for their feature now. And I did a free video for one of the artists, but now they've done a feature with someone else and together they've paid me for the, the music video for their feature together, right? But that would have never happened if I was trying to maximize every opportunity. I say, like, unless the door, if the door is knocking all day and they're like, hey, take our money, don't not take their money. Take that fucking money, of course. But I'm talking about in the first stages, man. People get a little bit too picky and they think they're maybe worth more than they are based on the simple fact that if people are knocking on your door every day offering to pay you, you need to take whatever opportunities in front of you, because one opportunity that you take will lead to something else. But if you don't take it, there's no possible way it's going to lead to something else. So in the first stages, you're best off just to touch as many possible projects as you can and really not try and maximize every opportunity and, be stingy with it and try to get the most money out of it, because just creating that connection will inevitably lead to more than not creating that connection. And I think, you just, said that that's something that you noticed as well. And it's crucial in this creative space, I think, is just your network. How big is your network? The bigger your network, the more chance of future work.
Absolutely. I'm going to drop a jewel, man. And I think this is real dope. Yeah. Like for people on our level, man, that's listening to us and building off of us, we build off of you too, man. Yep. So here's a jewel for everybody. If you gain, let's say 5,000 followers or subscribers or whatnot.
Yep.
Out of those 5,000 people, you're going to have 1,000 people that's going to be dedicated to you. That's your market.
Yep.
If you deliver something, you package your work up and you become your own business, you put yourself out there. Hey, man, I'm shooting videos. I package it up. Boom, boom, boom. They going to mess with you, man. That's however many dollars you're going to sell that for times 1,000. It's about sustaining your income, man, from building relationships with people, man. You build the right relationships, get the right, jobs, be on the right projects. You sustain your income a little better so you can help out the people that check you out and follow you out. That's what it's about, man. That's what I get from you, man.
Definitely.
I've been looking at you for a long time, and I built my brand off of some of the stuff that you said, too, man. Shouts out to Jack Cole, one of the best video making people I know or seen on YouTube.
Man, much appreciated, for real. That shit, puts a smile on my face anytime someone gives me a compliment like that, man. It's authentic because I really try and put the best stuff out there, man. My favorite comment is when people are like, you're giving this shit away for free. Other people be charging for this information, etc. I'm putting that out there for free at the end of the day, man. Don't get me wrong. I have plans to charge for stuff in the future for sure, but I think it's about deepness of your audience, right? So a lot of people might have a lot of followers, but how deep is that? Are they really connected to those people? Do those people really give a fuck about that person? You know what I mean? Or is it just a number right there? For me, I'm passionate about not just having the number, but how deep is that connection. That's why I stay responding to everybody. I stay actually, doing the live streams, where the live stream is literally just, that's how you and me even originally connected, is through the live stream, where it's just, hundreds of people commenting, Jack, what about this or what about this? And I'm just sat there, next question, yes, this, next question, just responding to everybody's shit. Deepness, that's the thing. You said about the, 5,000 followers, but maybe only 1,000 fully support you, man. You want to maximize that. And the way you maximize that is show the people you actually care,
Mm-hmm.
Deepness,
Mm-hmm.
the deepness of the audience, not just the actual volume. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
How connected
Absolutely.
Man. That's the thing. A lot of people have the number, but it's not that deep, man. Seriously. And I think since we're talking about the audience now, man, you do YouTube as well. You got a series called Cheat Codes. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I have a show called Cheat Codes, and it's basically information, man. It's basically we don't trust the government. We don't trust the news.
Yep.
Everything's fake news nowadays.
That's the narrative nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah, that's everybody. So
me.
So I'm gonna give you information that is pure, that is like
real,
untouched. I'm gonna give you the real raw cut, and that's what I provide on that show. It's just a raw, in-depth look at life.
Nice.
Like I got a slogan. It's called "Life is a Game. Here go the cheat codes."
Yeah.
So
you're giving those bits of knowledge, those gems, man. Seriously, that's why people watch these podcasts, man. Seriously, is because they're hearing about other people with similar situations, but then there's that gem, right? Like there might only be one gem throughout a podcast. That's why I listen to podcasts. I listen to our podcast, and maybe 45 minutes in, they say one thing, and that's that gem that I can really apply to my situation. And that's those cheat codes you're talking about. Just that little insight that someone maybe with more experience or that's just had a different experience than you. And you can hear that, and you can siphon that cheat code off and apply it to your situation and actually see results, man. I think that's why the podcast game is going up so much, because podcasts weren't even a thing like a few years ago. People, people didn't give a fuck about listening to an hour of content. They weren't going to do it. You know what I mean? An hour.
Right.
What? An hour? No way.
An hour.
Exactly.
What?
But nowadays,
I got things to do.
Exactly. I got things to do. Exactly. Nowadays, it's standard, man. People listen to 3 hours. I listen to a Joe Rogan podcast. There's 3 hours sometimes. And I'll be at the end of it like, I started this shit at 12. It's fucking 3 p.m. right now. What the hell just happened? The time goes like that. It's crazy, man. But how long have you been doing YouTube? Because I was looking through your channel. You've been uploading content for a few years, haven't you? But is that the only channel you ever had?
This is the only channel I took in serious. I've had other channels that I do music as well. So today I dropped my album.
Oh, man, for sure. We're going to touch on that. Of course.
Absolutely. But I've done it basically for the music, but I haven't done it in a new field. So I basically specialize in voiceovers, parody comedy.
Nice.
I got a show I put together called Teddy Jean, and it's basically chops of movies of a specific artist, a specific actor, and I put it all together and voice it over and make a whole new movie out of it. It's hilarious.
Nice.
I got a cooking show I do as well, where I actually cook food and I voice over the material as well. So I just wanted to provide a different variety of things. And at the same time, it's enhanced my video making skills. It's enhanced my audio, production skills, and it's enhanced my networking as far as the people, Yeah,
the more you make, the better you get. That's the more you make, the better you create. There, I just coined a new slogan right there. The more you make, the better you create. And that's a fact,
there you
man.
Go.
That's a fact. Seriously, I think I threw myself at this shit. Like I'm successful on YouTube now, and I'm gonna be more successful. But this is like my 20th YouTube channel, man. I had a whole run before doing gaming videos, bro. When I was 12 years old, I used to make animations, man. I was 10. Dude, there's videos of me that my mom showed me that I've got now. I was 10 years old. We didn't even have internet in my house because we couldn't afford internet. You know what I mean? We didn't even have internet in my house, and I was recording myself reviewing magazines in front of my Acer laptop webcam, and I didn't even have internet to upload the shit. I just knew that YouTube was a thing out there, and I was like, I'm gonna review this magazine, and it's me with a squeaky ass voice, just like this, like, "What's up, guys? Jack here. I'm reviewing my magazine." Like, look at this page. This is a good page right here. You know, like just hella funny ass, content of me, man. So I'm going to drop that video one day for sure. But
that's crazy, man.
The more
that's crazy.
you make, the better you create, man. I really think that, because anybody who's gotten themselves up to making a bunch of good content, they started with, crap content. Straight up, they started with content
Absolutely.
that, had to start somewhere, and they developed, man. No one's going to start at the top. If you start at the top, you got nowhere to go but down. You don't want to start at the top. You want to start at one level, and you want to gradually build up as you go, man. Seriously. But personally, I've faced so many different challenges with YouTube, man. But you've been doing YouTube on a bunch of different genres of content. What's some of the challenges you face, man? And maybe some insights you could throw to some other people who are maybe not as far along or trying to build the channel on their own.
Well, a couple of challenges I faced. Number one, I wouldn't consider a challenge, but it's an alternation in life. I had a son, in the midst of me doing YouTube, so it became hard to be consistent with uploading things, because you can't base your YouTube channel on another life. Once your life changed for the better, me and my wife, been dealing with my son, and he's a handful, man. I don't want to not, give him what he deserves and, miss out on that versus staying consistent when I'm going to just get, yelled at.
Man,
but at the same time,
of course,
we face things like that, and another thing we face too is, that in that consistency is not getting discouraged, man, because if people think you can make a YouTube and blow up overnight, and to a lot of people, they get discouraged, man,
because they expect too much. That's the thing, isn't it?
What you said, man, 18 months, right?
Oh,
18
minimum.
months until you see anything,
bro.
To be real, man, I think I just hit 50 subscribers, man, and that's big for me. That's huge for me to talk to 50 people.
Yep.
I aim for a lot of more, talking to a lot more people like you, man.
Definitely.
You hitting them up hard. You know what I'm saying? Dropping content, valuable jewels, man. But for me to get 50 subscribers in my channel, people looking at stuff that I'm making with my hands and my ideas, that's amazing, bro. It's just about how you look at it, bro. A lot of people pessimistic or be optimistic. It's on you, bro. However you look at it, at the end of the day, you just a swipe, in everybody else's eyes on YouTube. You just a swipe, like, I don't like it. Swipe.
Yep. Boom, gone forever. Exactly.
Right? So what you gonna do? Is you gonna make a lasting moment?
Yep.
Or are you gonna play with time, bro? That's what it is.
Make an impression.
You gonna play with time, or you gonna make a lasting moment?
Make an impression, man. Seriously, I think people
make an impression.
Make an impression. Don't take people's time for granted. If they click on your video, what are they getting from that video? Are they getting what are they thinking at the end of it, or what are they thinking even 30 seconds in? Do they want to make it another 30 seconds and another 30 seconds and another 30 seconds, or are they clicking on it being like, no, it's not engaging, it's not useful, and there's no point to this video, man? I think that's so much emphasis for people building an audience on YouTube, man. Define who should be watching your videos. For me, that's why I say at the beginning of every one of my videos, or as many, sometimes I forget, but every video I can remember to say it, I say, my channel is about video editing, videography, and how to make money making videos. Subscribe if that sounds interesting to you, because any video creator, if they click on that and hear that, they're like, sweet, that's me. I like video editing, I like videography, and I want to make money making videos. Subscribe. It's a call to action straight away, and it defines the channel, man. So niche and who you're making content for, that's going to play such a big role in how far you get, man. And I really think that's probably one of the most crucial things. And also just backing it up with good content. If your content's not good, and it's pretty tough sometimes, I guess, as yourself, I guess, because I guess some people would look at their content and they're emotionally attached and they would think, no, it's good content, but you and me might look and be like, oh, I don't know about that, bro. You know what I mean? So I think be as non-biased as you possibly can. Try and step into the third person and see, like, all right, if I stumbled across this video and you're looking at your own video, right? Would I stay? Would this provide value to me? And value can come in a couple different shapes and sizes. It could be you're just hilarious. That's entertainment value. It could be that you know something that somebody doesn't know. That's informational value. It could be that you're somewhere that someone wants to be. That's inspirational value. So there's a lot of different types of value that you can actually hit on, and either picking 1, 2, or 3. That's when you're really gonna be converting people to subscribers and building an audience, man. But you do graphic design as well, man. So, I know that firsthand. You was whipping up some logo concepts for me, bro. I'm loving it, man. Emailing them over and everything. So, how long you been doing graphics? Is it as long as the video editing, or what came first?
It came as a skill to put my music out.
Yeah.
I needed graphic designs.
Yeah.
So I studied it. What apps do I need? What do I need to be on? What do I need to do? Who do I need to look at to learn how to do this? I've spent years of just doing that.
Yep.
It went from simple programs on I don't know if you know the Logo Creator. It's an old program.
No.
The Logo Creator. It's like a
Legendary.
parrot or something. Some kind of parrot a long time ago.
Yeah.
You're just doing logos like that and then starting my own website. I want to promote my own stuff.
Yep.
You can't sit on your behind and wait for, oh man, I'm gonna wait for this person to sign me. I'm gonna wait to get this deal.
Never.
It's not gonna come.
Ever.
It's not gonna come. Everything's a step ladder. Everything's a step ladder. I mean, are you willing to step, or are you willing to just look up at the stairs and just complain? You could do that all day.
Oh,
but
man.
That's what it came about.
For real, bro.
Now I'm simplicity, man. Yep. I work on the most simple things.
Yep.
To get the ideas out because I know the skills. I can work on any program pretty much and put together whatever I like.
100%.
It's just learning the skills, learning the skills instead of just copying what somebody doing.
Yep.
The one thing about tutorials, man, that I don't like is people just take and do it the way the person says to do it.
Yeah.
But never develop a skill. You plagiarizing. Basically.
Yeah.
That's basically plagiarizing.
It's just facts.
If you're not gonna take and put a spin on it, like you're gonna do it the way I do it, and I don't want you to do it the way I do it. I'm showing you how to. I'm opening the door.
Yeah, you're putting the skills forward.
You something. Absolutely,
totally.
I'm not trying to just tell you what to do.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest misconception I see about tutorials. I say that because I do tutorials as far as my cooking show. I cook stuff on there as a character, a voiceover character called Uncle Wallace, And I'm hot ass. I was gonna do the voice, but I do sort of like a tutorial, man. And I don't want you to do it the exact way I'm doing it. I want you to put a spin on it and probably put a video up and then tag me and show me what you do. Keep it going, man.
Yeah, show me your interpretation, right? So take the skills, show me your interpretation. I definitely feel as though that's it, man. I get that a lot because people will watch some tutorials and they say, that was cool, I learned a bit, but like where do I go from here? And where you go from here is you crack on and you find projects to create on your own that challenge you to actually, explore different aspects of the program you're learning or the skill you're learning, man. Because for me, I used to teach myself the rough layout from a tutorial, but really, I've watched hundreds of hours of tutorials in my life. Don't get me wrong, because you have to in the first place. But what I took from that is understanding how to maneuver between the program. As soon as I understand how to maneuver between the program, right, whether it be Photoshop, because I started graphic design in a similar way to you, where I wanted to market my services as a YouTuber, and I was 12, 13, 14 years old. I wasn't about to pay somebody to make my graphics for me, so I started looking at the tutorials and I started teaching myself how to use Photoshop and stuff. And that right there is I'd watch a tutorial, I'd understand how to maneuver between the program, and then I'd actually just crack on and start building stuff, and I'd learn stuff, on the job, aka, by actually doing it instead of just having to, have somebody on the other screen or in your ear or whatever explaining every step. I advise people to just get yourself to a point where you're relatively comfortable, man, and then just start cracking on and throwing yourself at shit, and you'll learn stuff again on the job. I don't mean that by you're fucking on an actual job. I mean like doing it. You learn shit doing it, opposed to just learning shit by somebody else passing it off to you. That's why I describe myself as self-taught, even though technically some fucker on YouTube taught me a little bit, and then I went and taught myself the rest. But I describe myself as self-taught because I understood the what would you call the fundamentals, and then I actually applied it and learned other stuff, as I went on. And it's extremely satisfying when you're teaching yourself how to do something and then you learn a new skill, whatever the case may be. And we're just talking about marketing your services, right? So how do you market your services? Did you do graphic design for any clients or anything, or like how did you market yourself as a music video creator? How are you looking at marketing yourself as a music producer as well? Because we're gonna tap on that next. Marketing. Man,
marketing is crazy, man. Like I said, I come from an era where people were still looking at magazines and TV commercials
Totally.
and you know and transitioning from that from even with the music, CDs.
Yep.
I used to make music and stand on a corner with my CDs and ask people,
Yeah.
would you buy my CD?
Take it. Yeah.
I have my phone playing my music, listen to it. It's
Yep.
good. And I'll make good money just by hand to hand with people, face
Hand
to
to hand
face.
interaction. Yep.
Exactly. So I take that into this digital realm
Yeah.
with the same concept.
Uh-huh.
Hey man, let me talk to you. Let's build a relationship, man.
Yeah.
This is what I do. This is the music I make. I reach out through Twitter. The
Uh-huh.
same I use the same technique you were showing your followers about
Yep.
going on Twitter and
I need a video editor. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I need a video editor.
Yep.
And boom, look up the man when you was playing that, I think it was a live stream.
Yep.
You was playing that. I was on it. I got YouTube Premium, so it could play in the background. So I automatically go to Twitter and boom, I type it in. I'm on the same screen you are.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the same thing.
Uh-huh.
So
and you're seeing it.
I do the same thing, bro.
Yep.
Like I just build a relationship with people. Hey, going to people, follow people, man. Look at what they talking about. Go on their stuff and comment on their stuff. And then, if they say something back to you, man, do the work, man. Not even work, but you just building relationships because you can't think of a person like, oh, I'm gonna get some money from them and then I'm out.
No.
You build a relationship with people, man. That's one way of doing it.
Yep.
But people don't like doing the hard work, man. People don't like doing the work and applying themselves, man. So that's kind of what it is. But at the end, it's a bigger prize, man.
Yep.
Trust me, it's a bigger prize, bro.
Man, 100%. People struggle with effort, man. There's a lot of resistance, I think, when it comes to thinking about like this big thing that you have to do. Maybe it's get yourself clients or something, and if you've never done it in your mind, maybe it's a huge thing. And just the fact that it's such a big idea will prevent a lot of people from starting, or it'll be I'll do it tomorrow type of situation. And today, that's when you got to do it. And if you don't do it, I'm gonna do it. Fresco's gonna do it. You know what I mean? So you better fucking go do it. You know what I mean? There's not infinite shit in the world. Like there is if you got that mindset. But if you're not gonna get up and fucking do it, man, guess what? Other people are. So enjoy missing the train, bro, because it's going with you or without you at the end of the day. But also, at any time you can tap into it. All you need is that desire. All you need is the actual want to do it, man. And the opportunities are out there, man. I think, do you know Charlemagne the God?
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
Charlemagne the God, I remember I read his book a few years ago, man. Opportunity comes to those who create it. So opportunity comes to those who actually get up and go and create that shit for themselves. And that applies to every situation, man. Opportunity comes to those who actually create it. And you create it by pushing yourself in the direction you want to go, period. So music production, let's tap on that. Your album dropped today. That'll be linked down below, of course. Anybody watching, if you made it to this point, that shit's linked in the description. You know what I mean? You got to go check it out 100%. How'd you get into the music? I know you've been doing it for a while, obviously, because you started the video production as a means to make music videos for yourself and other artists, etc. But how did that develop? How'd you get into that? Talk about it.
Oh man, as a kid, I wasn't able to listen to rap music, man.
Yeah.
It was pretty much R&B music and gospel music, bro.
Wow.
In my house, so I wasn't able to listen to rap music. It was kind of like back in the days. You remember when that all I want to do is just zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. That time, like, I don't know if you're familiar with those type of,
that's a little best probably
era
before me, isn't it?
Yeah, it's back in the days, bro. You know, so, but at the same time, Tupac, when they were first coming out, that era,
Of course.
But as I got older, I kind of snuck and did it. I'm kind of like, my dad was an electrician, R.I.P. my pops.
Yeah.
But my dad was a master electrician.
Uh-huh.
But I know I got some of them, and I know I got some of them skills in my genes. But man, I found a radio in the back of the house, man, and I put it together. I fixed it, tweaked it up.
Yeah.
I just know, for some way, I just know
you know what to do.
Here, that goes there.
That's great.
Don't get me wrong, I blew up a lot of radios too.
Yeah. You gotta start somewhere, man. The first one never goes perfect.
Yeah, but it came to a point where I got one going, and I was able to put my headphones in there and listen to it. And I'm on the radio dialing, with the old radio dialer. And bro, all I know is I'm listening to rap music, bro.
Yeah.
I'm listening to rap music. My little sister, she had she used to get perm boxes with these to perm her hair and stuff like when they were little kids and doing their hair and stuff. But this perm box was a just for me. If you back in my era, you know what a just for me perm is. It came with like a cassette tape.
Okay.
That's the point.
It
came with a cassette tape. Some way, somehow, I knew by looking on blank tapes, they had the block part, so I put paper in there like everybody else did. And I learned how to record stuff off the radio. And it went from that to just being in love with rap music, bro. Yeah. And from then, I beating on the table, asking for a karaoke machine on Christmas to, recording it, on a tape and hearing myself and practicing and writing music. To having my own studio, man. At 18 years old, 17, 18 years old, I had my own studio. I pretty much was doing everything myself. Yeah. And that's what it came to.
Man, I love it, bro. And I mean, dude, that's one of the reasons we connected as well, is that track you dropped the other day, man. I was sharing all over my story and shit, man. That's just hard. So you built it up to a point that I could confirm, man. The music slaps, man. I had to share that shit. I was making a video of myself, listening to it, man. I think it was great, man. What do you got for any advice for people who make beats, man? Any advice for people who want to push their music out there? Because shout out to my boy Invade King. He'll be watching this right here. He's a young producer who makes my intro music and my outro music and stuff. And he's a little legend. So I got music people tuning in, man. What's some advice for them, man? How can they get that shit out there?
Oh man. Matter of fact, do the research. Number one.
Always with everything. Research. That's applicable to everything. Everything.
Everything.
Yep.
Do the research. See if this is for you, because it might be good to just do it. And, if you want to just do it, put it out there. Take that track and put it out there on YouTube, wherever you can think of, any platform you can think of in your head, to just put it out there and put the word out. But if you want to be successful at this, do the research at it. Man. Make a plan for yourself, man. I'm telling you what I did. Yep. Write your plans. Look, I do a cooking show. I keep a dry erase by me at all times. Yeah. These are the shows that I got to work on as far as my video editing and what I got to do as far as my personal career. If you want to be successful at this, study some more. And when you think you know it, keep on studying some more. Because nothing's going to come to you overnight, and you're not going to learn something just like that. You're going to have to work your muscle. You're going to have to apply yourself, man. So I would say for anybody who's trying to do this, man, stay hungry, man. Work like you broke as hell, and you'll always have money.
Man, that's a fact. True words had never been uttered, man. That's a fact.
Pop rubber bands.
There you go. There you go.
You always have money.
There you go. You had it.
Make money.
You were ready. Don't flex on them, Fresco, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Make money, man. I love it. Make money making videos, man. That's what it's about, man.
100%.
It comes back to it, bro.
100%.
It comes back to it.
Man, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Education is the biggest thing. When people hit me up, they ask me, how do I make it work on YouTube? Just to apply to another thing. Because I said, this is applicable to everything. I say, research YouTube. How does it work? How do you get your videos ranked on search results? How do you actually, get more subscribers? How do you get more views? This shit, there's not just I don't just know this shit. I didn't come out the womb just knowing this shit. I fucking put hours and hours and hours into researching how you get this shit done, teaching myself how to do it, applying it. Oh, it didn't work? Okay, cool. Let's try it this way. Oh, this way it did work. Sweet. Now I know that works and I know that doesn't. That's from research and then, experience, man, is just putting it actually in, man. Seriously, I think people, again, going back to, I don't understand what people are thinking. And the reality is they're probably just not thinking because putting a plan together, crucial. Putting a plan together is crucial, and doing the research, understanding what works and understand what doesn't work. Tune into people who've made it, and hear how they did it. That's crucial. Siphon off the knowledge from other people. I stay watching interviews from people who are where I want to be, and I stay watching podcasts from people who are where I want to be, or people who that I look like that look like they've done something that I think I want to do in the future. And again, it comes back to those gems, man. Siphon off those gems from people that have made it, that have gone further than you, and that's a form of doing the research, by literally just paying attention to voices who are further along than you. That's something that's helped me. Clearly, that's something that's helped you, man, and that's That's the formula. It's not just we're the ones who figured it out. That's the formula, people. Put a plan in place.
That's the formula.
Research it. That's the reality of the situation. But Fresco, man, this has been a phenomenal podcast, bro. What I want you to do, man, is tell the people where they can find you, man. Seriously. If people have made it to the end, convert, man. Convert to a follower of this man right here. Tell them where they can find you.
Well, first of all, you can go to my website. That's FR3SCO.com.
Boom.
I have another website for videos.
Yep.
Fixer, FI6, the letter R.com.
Boom.
You can also hit me up on YouTube. Type in Fresco TV. Hashtag Fresco TV. Or you can look at me on Instagram.
Yep.
Fresco Orlando. That's Fresco Orlando. Matching together. The old
links down below. All the links are down below.
Absolutely.
You just click the link in the
Twitter
description.
as well too. Links down below.
Links down below. Link in the description, people. Man, Fresco, thank you for coming on, bro. Yeah, like you know that, man. You know. Thank you so much for coming on, bro. This was a fucking great podcast. If you guys made it to the end of the podcast, you got some serious value out of this one. Make Money Maker Videos, episode number 15. Done and dusted. Pleasure having you, my man. Boom.